You know, last year I was not nice to the iPhone 14 Pro. I mean, I wasn't mean to it, really, but I did call it just another iPhone, you know, for what that's worth. I even went as far as to say that if you have a 12 Pro or even a 13 Pro, I wouldn't upgrade to this. This year, though, it's different. Welcome to my not a review for the iPhone 15 Pro. It's not a review because this is not your typical YouTuber review filled with B-roll and stuff like that. No, this is just me talking to you about the iPhone 15 Pro. Getting right into the goodies here, there's a lot that I like about the iPhone 15 Pro. We'll start off with the fact that it feels completely different than the 14 Pro, and I mean completely different. Different phone entirely. And you might be thinking like, how it doesn't look that different, but if you hold one in the hand, there's something about the rounded edges, the slightly rounded edges on this year's model, mixed with the titanium that makes it feel, I don't know, almost soft in the hand. I love holding this most of the time. The 15 Pro feels so good that going back and holding the 14 Pro, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. The really harsh, sharp, flat edges and the slippery, glossy this makes this feel terrible. Though, and I don't know if this is more a side effect of the shape of the phone or the new materials, the titanium, but putting on a case is, I don't know what it is about it. I don't know if it's because of the new material, the titanium. Maybe it creates more friction with the silicone or rubber cases that you try to put on here, but they're kind of hard to put on. Like, the amount of force to take this phone in and out of a case is scary. And you know what? This new color, this natural titanium gray color, is real good. It's kind of like the Apple Watch Ultra natural titanium color. There's something about titanium and this gray color that just really fits the material and makes you feel kind of like a special boy. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I will say, though, that this looks absolutely nothing like the promo images that Apple shared. This does not match that color. It's off by a few shades, but still, 10 out of 10. Now, I want to talk about USB-C on this thing. Yep. Yeah, it's there, and it is mostly, almost completely great. The features that they added, they are great. Like external recording. Are you serious, Apple? Oh, mama. Being able to record 4K ProRes log video externally from my iPhone, that is a total game changer for professionals that are using their iPhones for things other than just, you know, TikTok and cat videos, but TikToks and cat videos would also look great like that. It feels like I hacked this thing. That's how insane this is, that they're just letting us do that now. Obviously, it's there as a way to sort of distract us from the whole, oh, lightning bad thing. The fact that they were forced to put USB-C on here. But Apple, thanks for the comfy features. Thanks for tricking me into thinking this was a major upgrade, because, yeah, it's great. Actually, you know what? I'm not done yet. I would like to talk a little bit more about external video, because the external video itself is just chef's kiss. The color depth, especially when you're recording log footage onto an external drive, crazy. Somehow, this has blurred the lines between, hey, check this out, I recorded this really cool video, versus, hey, check this out, I recorded this really cool video on my phone. Thanks, Apple. External video on this thing, actually pro. Hey, remember when you thought we were done talking about camera stuff? No, let's talk about the cameras themselves specifically, because guys, girls, noticeably better this year. The hardware is better, but more importantly, the software is miles ahead of last year, miles ahead of where it has been for previous years. Apple's algorithms for processing photos has always been good, but they overdo it. And that aura of like artificialness and harshness, gone. Apple, you dirty dog, you're showing me some sense of self-control now with these processing algorithms. It feels way more natural. You've dialed it back. It is so much better. I can't say that, like, if you guys really love camera stuff, if that's like kind of all you use your phone for and that is a main priority for you, worth the upgrade alone. I don't know how Apple and Google, what kind of voodoo magic they do every year to make these software processing algorithms even better, but Apple, This is your best work yet. And listen, that's just for photos. If you want to talk about some more huge improvements, video is better. Like, this is just absurd this year. It feels like Apple really went all out. From megapixel size, low light performance, sensor quality, I feel spoiled this year. If you can't tell, I am very happy with cameras this year. This is Apple's best work yet, and they know it. It's great. Speaking of Apple's confidence, let's talk about the A17 Pro chip inside this thing. I would like to start a new thing starting today with Jon Prosser's Not a Review of the iPhone 15 Pro, and that is, can Tech YouTube shut the hell up? Specs, benchmarks, meaningless. It's meaningless this year. It's been meaningless for the last couple years. There's nothing that a normal functioning human adult could throw at an iPhone that would make it feel slow. The A17 Pro chip is so fast. Forget the benchmarks. Forget the specs. Don't listen to that shit. The A17 Pro is so fast that you will not once think about the performance of your iPhone. That's all you need to know. So yeah, moving on to some quirkier things. I had to manually allow notifications for the Reminders app. Let's unpack that. So for my first few days of having this phone, I was setting reminders and they weren't reminding me. I wasn't getting any of the reminder notifications. And I was wondering what's happening. Turns out I had to go into the Reminders app, manually create a new reminder so that it would then prompt me to allow notifications from the Reminders app on my iPhone. And then it worked, obviously. But the fact that I had to... Apple is so obsessed with your privacy and your consent to things that their own Reminders app, I had to go in and tell it, yeah, sure, you can do the thing you were built to do. It's small and it kind of sounds annoying, but once I realized what happened, I kind of chuckled and I appreciated it. So Apple, Tim, thanks. Ah, yes, the quirkiest of all the features, Dynamic Island. It feels like this year, it feels really good. Okay, so like, hear me out, because I know the Dynamic Island is not exclusive to this year's new iPhone. It was on the 14 Pro, and now it's on the regular base model 15s as well. But when the phone launched last year, and you can go back again and watch my not review of the 14 Pro, the Dynamic Island was nothing but kind of just cute. Like, I'm glad it was there. It was a cute little thing, but it just wasn't robust enough. Since then, obviously, Apple themselves, as well as third-party developers, have been able to develop and create for the Dynamic Island. And it just does a lot more this year. Again, not exclusive to the 15 Pro, just something I wanted to note. Dynamic Island feels like a feature this year. Okay, all right, listen, hear me out. I do one of these a year, right? Special video, my not a review for the iPhone 15 Pro. So I had to get me a special sponsor, but we did this one a little bit different. Here's a little treat. Here is not an ad. Dude, it's so hot out here. Don't you have some ice that I could shove down? Hey guys, it's me, Jon Prosser, on location here in the jungle to ask you if you've seen that Jerry Rig Everything video. I don't know if you saw, but he durability tested the iPhone 15 Pro and it is breakable. That's why our video today is sponsored by our friends over at Casetify. They sent us their brand new Ultra Bounce case and claimed that you could drop it from the top of a T-Rex. So we're here in the jungle on top of this very real Tyrannosaurus Rex to test it. See? It's fine! This Ultra Bounce case is crazy! Thanks to its 6-layered rugged protection and 10 times military-grade standard, it can withstand a drop of up to 32.8 feet and offers full 360-degree protection with an integrated camera lens cover. And just like every Casetify case, yep, you can customize it. But there's another reason why I love Casetify. Let me tell you about that. I sat down with them a few weeks ago, not in a jungle, for about 45 minutes so that they could show me this cute little presentation that they made for me. And what I learned more than anything is that the people there really care about the products they're making and the impact their products make. Everything from high quality protection to style and customizability, but also sustainability, thanks to Recasetify. And I need that in my life because I'm me. So head over to casetify.com/frontpagetech to get your hands on the only case Jon Prosser certifies will keep your iPhone 15 Pro alive if you drop it off of a T-Rex. That link is down in the description, and it will also give you an entire 15% off of your order. Thanks, Casetify, for sponsoring my not a review of the iPhone 15 Pro. Oh, God! All right, welcome back. So that was a lot of positivity in the first half, huh? Let's change that. Cozy up, because here's some of the stuff that, well, I don't like. For my not a review, I would like to talk about not leather. This is not leather. Fine woven, the new sustainable, definitely not leather, not silicone, happy earth material. I'm glad that the earth is happy, but I'm not, because this is actual ass. Like, I know the engineers tried. Head honchos were like, hey guys, did you hear that? Terrifying sound. Putting cases on with this, not good. Either way, hopefully my phone isn't broken under this. I know the engineers tried their best. Head honchos were like, hey, make it feel premium and nice, but don't make it kill cows or whatever. And they did what they had to do for 5 minutes. I'll give it this. For 5 minutes, it is nice. You take it out of the box, yeah, listen. It feels nice, it looks nice for 5 minutes, and then it goes to complete donkey butt. It's really not good. Worst case, it is like, ugh. It's the least Apple-like product ever. I f***ing hate this thing. The battery life on this is not good. So I have the iPhone 15 Pro, obviously, not the Pro Max. And Apple didn't tout better battery life, right? They didn't say it's larger, does this. They didn't say any of that, so fair enough, right? I think maybe we thought that because the rumors were saying 3nm process for A17, now the A17 Pro, we assumed better battery life, but no. Nope. Just like what I did with my 14 Pro, every day I ended up before bed having to charge it at least one more time. That happened every single day. It happens every single day with this. I'm not going to show you screen on time charts and stuff and more benchmarks. Again, who cares, dude? All you need to know is I'm a person, and as a person, I know I have to charge this at least an extra time per day. You should know that too. Maybe I'm a heavy user, sure. I'd probably put myself somewhere in the middle. If you're a light user, you're probably good. But if you buy this thing, just be ready to charge it sometime throughout the day before you go to bed. This new action button, did I not include that in my first half of positive? Hang on. Action button, really good. I have it mapped to my camera, so that's cool. Really useful. I'm glad that it's there. Much preferred over the mute switch. Action button, cool. Jon Prosser approved. The UI, however, what even? Okay, listen. When you set the phone up, like for the first time, like upon activation, it will prompt you, hey, we got a new button. It's called Action Button, and it shows you this UI. It shows you this page. And that looks good for them. It's like introducing you to this new button. This, okay, you're a new person with this new phone, with this new button. Look, this is what it does. Like it. But if you want to change it after activation, it's just the same UI. And now you might not think that's a huge deal, and maybe it's just like the graphic designer in me that has an issue with this. But like, it's not iOS. You open the settings app and you're in the settings app. But when you hit on Action Button, it just goes to the... it's just the same thing. It's like you went into a different portal, like I entered a black hole right back to the activation. It looks like it left the settings app to show me this. It looks good. It doesn't look like iOS. Yes, all right, I'm nitpicking here, I know, but don't look at me like that. I kept all the receipts from last year. This is what you guys like. You want to hear it, so here we go. And for more nitpicky Jern comments, the new titanium frame here is a bit of a sensory nightmare for me. Sometimes I'm like, wow, so cool and premium and new. It feels so soft and nice in my hands. But then sometimes the titanium edges, and I'm not just using this word, sometimes the edges trigger me. I want you to understand that this is mostly a me thing. I'm not including this as a negative mark in the review to discourage you from buying the phone. The titanium is really nice most of the time. It's just something about me that, I don't know, man. Like, sometimes it's soft and nice, and sometimes it just kind of feels like sand. It's like sandy and kind of dry, like dry cotton. I don't like. You can tell I have a little bit of an issue with this. Just sometimes, though, man. Again, sometimes it's really soft and nice, and sometimes I want to scream and throw up. It catches on my skin. Okay? Sometimes I feel like it catches on my skin, and this wouldn't be not a review if I didn't tell you these things, okay? Take it or leave it. So in the beginning, I said good things about this hole. I said good things about USB-C. But now I would like to say a bad thing. And my bad thing is, I don't know. It has kind of ruined my everything else. All of my iPhone accessories, dude, are duds. They're done. MagSafe Duo, MagSafe battery pack, AirPods Max, anything that used to take lightning because iPhone accessory, iPhone charges with lightning, so does my accessory. Nope, not anymore. Thanks, EU, I guess. I know that they did that. They forced this change so that everything would be universal, but for right now, temporarily, until the transition completes, now everything is just way more fragmented. John, just carry around 2 cables. Carry around a lightning cable and a USB-C cable so you could use your accessories in your iPhone. You think, what do I look like to you, a menace? No. No, I'm not going to carry around 2 cables. I'm carrying around a USB-C cord and my phone, and that's it. Everything else is dead to me, basically. Thanks. It's ruined. I miss my AirPods Max. Okay, so we really wouldn't be talking about the bad stuff about iPhone 15 Pro if we didn't also talk about the durability. You've probably seen all over YouTube durability tests. Our resident Bigfoot, Sam Cole, who I host Genius Bar podcast with, he put out a drop test that he did. He flew all the way to Australia. He dropped the phone from like 11,000 feet and it broke. Tests like that, there's a place for them. I'm kind of confused about how surprised everyone was. iPhone 15 Pro gets dropped from the heavens and the glass shatters. But titanium, it's supposed to be stronger. The 14 Pro is more durable. Guys, the 14 Pro is flat. It has flat edges, flat display, flat rear glass, perfect 90-degree angles, and the back glass itself is integrated into the structure of the device itself with this phone. Of course this is more durable. Are you high? The 15 Pro, not sure if you know, slightly curved. Class, where the chassis meets the glass, slightly curved for comfortability. Imagine that. And because of that, when you drop this phone, there is a chance that it will hit glass first. The titanium itself is super strong. I don't know if anyone's complaining about that. I hope not. Titanium is not the issue. The titanium is more durable. It is stronger. But the titanium is not protecting the glass the same way this is. It's just not. Yeah, there's a chance when you drop your phone, the glass shatters. Thanks for coming, I guess. We traded. We traded a little bit of durability for comfortability. It is more comfortable. And I don't know about you guys, but I hold my phone more than I drop it. Comfortability wins. But John, Zach from Jerry Rig Everything took his big meaty claws and crushed the back glass. It shattered, imagine. This is another one of those things where you guys wanted it. You guys preached right to repair, make the phone more repairable. Last year for the 14 Pro, the glass was integrated into the structure of the device. This year, for the 15 Pro, they opted to make it more repairable instead. The price of repairing the back glass here when you drop and shatter it is much cheaper now because the glass itself, the glass piece is separate. It's laying on top of the structure of the device this year. So, yeah, when you put immense amounts of pressure into this one single thin glass piece against the structure of the device that's underneath it, yeah, yep, gonna shatter. I'm not trying to piss anyone off here. I'm just saying this phone is now more comfortable and more repairable. We can't have more comfortable, more repairable, and more durable. So just like, what do you guys want? The overheating controversy, that, man, Tech YouTube again, it's just so... The iPhone 15 Pro overheated. Before anyone knew why, they guessed titanium or whatever, and they said this stuff, and then regular people started saying it. This is what I'm saying. Know what you're talking about before you say it to the people, please. Because then I was seeing random TikToks from just people. I can't explain it to them. They're like, oh, iPhone 15 titanium, major issue, it explodes. It gets so hot, it blows up in fiery flames. I'm not saying that nobody's phone overheated. But what I am saying is, I did not use Instagram because I am not 12. Yep, it turns out, not the titanium, it's the apps. Instagram was causing things to overthrottle and overheat. I think Uber was as well. So it just depends on what apps you're using. The apps issued fixes for themselves. But now there's a new version of iOS with the bug fix as well. It's a software thing. It's not a hardware thing. Just be careful. Just be careful what you're saying. Last year, I ended my iPhone 14 Pro not a review by saying that if you have a 12 Pro or a 13 Pro, don't worry about it. This year, I do feel differently. This year, with this phone, I feel much happier with this than I did with this. Noticeable upgrades. Like this is the best iPhone. And I know they say that every year, but this year, this is the best iPhone they've ever made. Yeah, you know, I guess this year I'm saying it. iPhone 15 Pro, worth the upgrade. I think you should buy it. But listen, don't just go out there and hurt your wallet to buy this phone because Jon Prosser told you in some stupid YouTube video that it's really good. What I am saying, though, is that if you came to this video, because I know you're out there, if you came to this video hoping that I was going to talk you out of buying this phone, I can't do that. What I can tell you is that if you have the money, and it won't hurt you too bad, live a little. We only live once. Life is short. If you think this will make you happy, go buy it. It'll make you happy. It's a really, really, really great iPhone. It's a really, really great phone. Just stay away from fine woven. Yeah?